combine through SQL. Fine. There are two types of combining I can do in SQL. Though I can do the same thing in SAS. One, let's say this is my one table, and I have other table, and row wise I am combining. Fine. I can do that, or this is called horizontal, and the second type is called vertical, where I have one table and it is combined with another table. Fine. Horizontal combining and vertical combining. It is required when you are, need to fetch data from multiple sources, and the type of combining you decide on the structure of the table. When you need to combine data vertically, you expect all the variables should be same. Otherwise, it doesn't make a difference. Let's say below name, you won't be adding their age. You want that data to look, good, decent, meaningful. So it's always preferred you append, same value below each other. And when you do that, you require the same variables. Variable structure should be same. When you do the horizontal combining, if you have at least one variable common, you can do it. Like in merge, we do. Fine. There are a lot of advantages and disadvantages or limitation of these two methods. In SQL, when you do horizontal combining, that is what is called joins. Okay. Now, it is again can be differentiated into two parts, which is inner join and outer join. People who have done SQL earlier must have heard about this inner join and outer join for sure, right? How many outer joins? No idea? Who said 3? Yes, tell me, you're right. Huh?
Left and right.
Correct. Okay. Left and right. Sugandha also said. So left outer and right side. Oh, Sugandha said one more. Self join, left, right, count. And there is one more called full. Okay. So outer join. So inner join we have only one way. Inner join. Fine. Which is nothing but, let's create a Venn diagram. If you have two tables, let's say A and B, whatever data is common, that is what you can get through inner join. In data step, you apply a condition called if A and B. Here, there is, two methods through which you can actually extract the common data. Fine. Outer join, let me create one more page. Outer join, again, there are 3 types of outer join. One is left outer join. Again, either you call left outer join or left join, same. Let me just write it here, or left join. Similarly, on the right side, I write right outer join, or you can also call it only right join. Fine. And the third one is full join. Okay. Left outer join. Let me create the Venn diagram. Good. Inner join plus everything from the left table. So I don't want to lose, let's say I have employee data with me, people who are working on the floor, and I want to surprise them by sending a Diwali gift on at their, home address or something. So what I did, I also checked one table where I have employee details, their address, their phone number and all. But the table is not updated regularly or not frequently updated. So what happens, people who joined like in last 6 months, I don't have their data. What I want to do, still, I just want to combine them and send gifts to those people for whom I have at least address available. So I want to see for how many people I don't have address available. So I took the employee code or table or people who are working plus employee detail table, combine them. I don't want to lose anything from here. That's where I'll do the left join. And so let's say if I perform only inner join, what will happen? Only those employees data will come for whom I have the address available. Employee for whom address is not available will not be the part of the result performed through inner join. That's where I won't be, I may check, but still in that table, those employee name will not come. What I did instead, I used left join so that if address is not available, that field should come as blank. I'll go in detail. Fine. Similarly, right join, inner join plus everything from the inner join, everything from the right table. Full join. Now who wants to explain full join? हाँ जी देखो इसे कहते हैं बहादुरी. People who know SQL, they are not speaking, you are speaking. Oh, awesome. Yes. What?
All data from both the sides.
Yes, that's what it is. So all the data from both. Correct. Full join is nothing but Venn diagram. Inner join, everything from right and everything from left. Oh. Here in full join, if I have some common records, okay, I'll explain that later. So there are, that is the basically structure of joins we have. Only horizontal part. Vertical, I am not discussing in today's class. Vertical, I'll take it further. Because nowadays, questions are coming, बहुत घुमा फिरा के. Yesterday in EXL, people were asking not joins. They were saying, okay, tell me something about horizontal joins. Fine, though it's the same thing, but people got confused. What is horizontal join? I only know join. Sir, I can tell you only join. I cannot tell you horizontal join. Okay, so they were just checking it, whether you know the things in detail or not. Though on the floor also, people who are working on SQL, they might not be aware about this as well. Fine, they only say join. Okay, let me, start from inner join now. How much time is left? Okay, so I'll cover inner join today and the rest of the join I'll cover in the next class. Inner join. There are two methods through which I can perform inner join in a SQL query. Okay, number one, any idea? What are those two methods? No idea, because I didn't follow this structure in the last class. Hanji. Yeah, so the question is, there are two methods through which I can perform inner join in SQL. What are those methods? Sugandha, you must be knowing it. Can you ping me if possible? Sugandha and Shamik may know. Or you may know. You don't know? Okay. One is through where clause or where condition. We also call this kind of join to equi-join. And one through on clause. Right? Right? So that are the two types of inner join we can perform. Let me start from, Where clause. How to do it? Let's come on the practical scenario now. Let's say I have to create data here. Let me see if I have some data, otherwise I'll take class only. चलो क्लास ही ले लो. एक काम करते हैं. Let me create two data sets. E1. Okay, so I created two tables. One have name in it, name and age. Other one has name, sex, height and weight, whatever. I want to combine them and create one single data. Name, sex, age, height and weight. Okay, and let me, as of now, just let me keep them same. So, and I want to do it through SQL. So what I did.
Sir, I have a question here.
No problem.
Related to base hand. Yeah, key is equal to name and sex. Will it work or it will?
Wow, awesome. चलो, let's do it. Keep equal. आपने पुराने दिन याद दिला दिए. ठीक है. Okay, चलो. And I will, ask.
It won't go because there is no relationship in name and age.
Wow, you remember.
I was just confirming.
Confirming it. Okay, चलो ठीक है. Yes, confirm. It will not work. चलो जी. तो अमित वर्मा क्या ठीक हुआ यार, है ना? अदरवाइज मैं तुमसे ही पूछने वाला था. Okay, fine. So let's say this two data sets are created. Now what I'm doing is Proc SQL select name. Okay, let me type select star from D1. Run. Quit. So as of now, I am going to select everything from D1, but I also need information from D2. So in from clause, we can write multiple tables. Okay, up to 256 tables. Again, fine. So what I did, I wrote one more. All the tables should be separated by comma. Fine. Anyone knows what will happen if I do this? There are 19 observation in D1, 19 observation in D2. I run the program. Fine. I'm not telling anything, I'm not passing any instruction that how to select data from D1 or D2. I just want everything. Okay?
Two different tables.
Two different tables. Okay. What do you think, yeah?
It will append.
Append. Okay. I'm not expecting the correct answer. I just want to, listen. What you will do if, let's say, you are a part of interview and someone asks, like you must have get this kind of question yesterday or scenarios, जो आपने पहले कभी सुने ही नहीं है, right? Okay. And then also you try to do something. So what will happen? 19 observation with column name, sex, height, weight. Okay. Fine. So Sugandha, let me tell you clear, all columns from two tables will appear. That is correct. So this part is clear. If I am writing star, mean column from D1 and D2. Column mean the variable. Okay. From D1 and D2 will come in the output. Clear? No issues. Now, how many observation? 38. Okay. So, what do you think? You guys should know the answer.
Yes, two tables.
Two tables.
I mean, one after the other.
One after the other. Okay. चलो ठीक है, आप रिवीजन करने आ गए. Okay. Sugandha, and no idea? There are 19 in D1 and 19 in D2. You, Sugandha and you two guys should know the answer. Sheetal, you are wrong.
19 or
Okay, let me tell you what I am doing. So as of now, I am selecting two tables. I am not telling SAS or SQL processor that on what basis you should join. So it will not say ki boss I cannot join. Like in merge you have to tell by which variable you want to join. Otherwise it will just work like one to one, override it. Here what it does, let's say I have one table 1 in which I have variable, let's say x 1 2 3, and here also I have table 2 in which I have, let's say, variable x and y 1 2 3 a b c. If I write select star from t1 and t2, what it will do, it will join this one row of this with all the row of the second one, because it doesn't know on which basis it has to combine. So it tried to provide you all possible combination. Then again it will do this, and then again it do this. So total I get how many observations? 9. 3 multiply 3, 9 observation I get. It is called what? Cartesian product, which is, I don't know, I have never used it in any of the analysis, but sometime, once in a blue moon, people may require this Cartesian product. Okay, so that's what's going to happen here. If I run this, 19 multiply 19, calculator निकालो, बताओ कितना होगा? 19 multiply 19, whatever it is. Wow, without calculator, awesome. आज की डेट में ऐसा टैलेंट मिलता नहीं है, ठीक है? Okay, so I get that many observations. See, all possible observations. Here I have big table, that's why I'm not able to, let's count. So William 1. So one row from one table got combined with all 19 rows from other tables. So I'm counting the number of Williams here. 1, and this should be 18. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. So do I have 20? Or it's, I have to check. 1 second. Let's create a data of it. Oh, no. I cannot do that. But let's see if it could come in one. I need to increase the page size and line size. How can I do it? Page size, options, page. What is page size? This or this?
Line size is this.
Line size is present.
Page size is this, yes. So what is the value? Minimum value for page size? Hanji. हाँ.
64.
Page size minimum value is 15. 15 to 256. Line size is 64 to 3276. Okay. Let me check. I'm little confused on this one, but I think this is what. So 20 I'm applying. Page size means up to 20 rows can come. Okay, not 20. Let me write.
Page size is 15 to 32767.
32767. Okay. So let me write max here. Okay. All rows are coming on one day. Let me count how many times one carry has. Is there any way I can see the observation number? Observation number I want to see. Monotonic I can use, or there is one more option you can write. Number. Okay. So I did it, and now I got the observation number. Let me clean it and run it again. Fine. So Alfred is coming for 19 times. Fine. 1 to 19, and 19 times it has been combined with the observation of from other table. See, name and age was in one, and then rest of the observation from other. Okay. All right. So I need this one only where Alfred is combined with Alfred. I don't need to combine Alfred with Alice. Fine. Okay. What I'll do? Any idea?
By name,
By name. Okay. Good.
if we select
Thank you.
Table T1 dot name is equal to table
Awesome.
two
Yes.
dot name.
I need to write a condition, a joining condition, and that is what I'll write in where clause. Where I say b1 dot name. So I need to write a qualified variable name. Qualified mean I have to tell variable and the column and the table from which table this variable should come. So where b1 dot name equals to b2 dot name. Okay. Now what will happen? It will create the Cartesian product as a intermediate table in the backend. It will not display that, and then it will filter it on this criteria and get me the results. And let's see what happens now. I'm getting only 19 observation with
this one.
the combination wherever name matches with name. Now what I want as an output, see the same variable is appearing twice. Here it is appearing, but the moment I try to create a table, it will create a problem for me because in one table I cannot have two variables with same name. Okay, let's do that. Let me show you that error. So what I did is I wrote create table test as, and we will get an error now because here it's not actually a structure of the table, it's just to display. So that's why here it can, but see, it gives you a warning, and what happens? What was the name? Test. It only comes once. Now, which one is this one? It is the first one. First variable name appears, and the second one do not overwrite the first one. Okay? You can do little bit R&D on that, or let me show you one example here, one small example. Like, how can I prove that how can I be sure that it's taking from the first one? Sugandha, what is the time there as of now? Sugandha is connected with us from US, so it might be 12:15. Okay, at least इतना तो हम भी जग जाते हैं, लेकिन वो लोग थोड़ा जल्दी उठते हैं वहाँ पे. Okay, fine. And then run. Fine, there is one, and then data t2 x equals to 1. So first table is T1. So variable name should be 1 and 2, not 1 and 1. Okay, let's see. T3. Oh, it's a Cartesian product. 1 second, let me apply a condition. 1 second. That can be proved still. See 1122, the first variable, the second one is 1111. But when I created the table, I saw the first appearance, which is this one 1122. If I just write the opposite way, T2 and T1, now I'll see all ones. Did I write create table? No. All. So when you take duplicate column reference to create a table, first one appears and second one do not come to the output. Now the second problem can be I'm not writing star. What I'm doing is I'm writing the column name. Okay, I don't want to create any confusion, so I said name comma age, and I don't need sex, height and weight, I only need weight. Okay, so here your SQL query know where the age is. It's only in D1, so it's not confused. Weight is only in D2, again it's not confused. But name appears in two tables, and that's where it is confused. So now if you run this, it will say, boss, I got some ambiguity for the column name. You tell me from which table I should select it. So what I may do is I can write, D1 dot qualified variable. As soon as I do it, it select name. Oh, what happened? Okay. It select name only from the first one and do not give any ambiguity. Similarly, I can also create an alias for the table. So as of now, the table name is small, D1 and D2, but most of the time table names are very big. At that time, I can create some, let's say, as A or as B, like we do in merging by writing in equal to A or in equal to B. And here, then D1 will not work, then A dot name will work. And I can run and get the same result. Test. No ambiguity, only those variables which I am selecting. This is inner join through where clause. It has a problem. Like every time, let's say you have two tables. If you are combining 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever number of tables, it will create a Cartesian product at the back end. Imagine you have 1 million rows in one table and 1 million in other one. How big table will be created at the back end? 1 million multiply 1 million. How much is? कोई बात नहीं कल बताऊंगा ठीक है alright so that's what big Cartesian that's what big table got created at the back end, and that's where it might be slow. And if your configuration do not allow that many memory or that do not allocate you that many memory for processing, it's not like कि पूरा computer आपका है या पूरा server आपका है and you can use entire memory. No. Okay, in that case, you may use an optimal way of doing the same thing where it does not create a Cartesian product at the backend. And how can you do it? By omitting this where clause or by omitting this equi-join. You can join the table by writing D1 as A, inner join. I want to join it on common observation with second table, and on what basis? Means the condition, whatever condition I wrote here. So I'm just copying. You can say A dot name comma B dot name. This does not create a Cartesian product. What it does, it picks up everything from the first one and look for the common one from the second table on this condition. Whatever condition I have given on that condition, it look for the similar value and keep on joining. And that's why it is faster in terms of bigger table. When the tables are small, you won't see any difference. You will actually see the difference when you are really working on huge data sets. Okay, Because here what does it? It may do, it will pick up everything and dump it in RAM, and in 1 second it will do the calculation. Here, when the tables are big and your RAM do not have that much capability, it fails. Okay? Alright. It doesn't fail, sorry. It doesn't fail, but it gets slower. Okay? What should I say? In parts, it creates the Cartesian product. Okay. Now, through inner join or through where clause, you can combine more than two tables. Here, if you need to combine more than two, you'll be writing all the tables in your from clause and then all the conditions. Similarly, through inner join, in one go, you can combine two tables as a pair. It go pairwise. So first this pair will be combined. After that, again, you can write inner join, then whatever is the result of this pair will be combined with the second table, and so on and so forth. Answer आ गया. ठीक है? Alright. So that's what. कितना है? So that's what you can do. Fine. I'm not going to cover more, though there are multiple conditions, left on inner join. I will be covering it in detail now. Fine. I want you to study a little bit so that in the next class you can digest those extra points. Chapter number. Let me tell you one thing. मैं कल रात 2 बजे बैठा था कई सारे चैप्टर से कंबाइन करके इन्फॉर्मेशन निकाली because the way I told you it's not available in the book. So you have to go through at least 1 to 5 chapters. Okay? Because the way it's written in the book, I tried to explain in the same way, but I didn't like it. Like those people were there. I'm, experimenting nowadays on advanced SAS class. So it's far better than the previous one, yes? Because I was looking for some structure which can strike into your mind very easily. Okay, alright. People who are online may log off. Let me stop the recording and